Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Volunteers will kick it away first. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the ground, it's Berry. He's past the 30. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. LSU right back to the line.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Caught in the backfield, it's Berry. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He unleashes a long one. Snags it inside the 20. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff.
Touchdown LSU! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expect. expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dances away. He's in open space downfield. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Vols line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Plows through the defense. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. LSU quick to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Fires to the wideout. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They went 3-and-out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. It's Wallace. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Tiger. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Snagged in the middle, it's Matthews. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to convert third down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Brings it in down the left side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Makes the grab. It's Wallace. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Matthews.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Gives it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking, on the move. Fires downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Wallace.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. Running through contact. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. LSU right back to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes.
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's 1st down from the 11. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. LSU quick to the line. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Scrambling away. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. And this is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Finds space on the right. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. To the air on first down. Steps away. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Wallace.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Volunteers want to move quickly. They're going to run it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle to give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Lions. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll go with a direct snap. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Berry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it. Off to the races. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 21 over Kennesaw State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. And this Big Orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Henry Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Takes it the other way.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The 50. He's at the 40. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Butler. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vols!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Barry. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive. It starts at the 16-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. To start this drive at their own 47. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Milner. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Gain of 14. First and goal, Tennessee.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
LSU, 35. Tennessee, 21.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And here's the deal. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Let's it fly. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Volunteers. And the comeback is on. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
They've got the lead, but here in the 4th quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. The throw. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistake. Oh, he's got some space. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. The Volunteers in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Milner. Oh, no, the ball popped out. He picks it up, still on his feet. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Near the 2-yard line. First and goal, Tennessee.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone ties us up. And tying up is exactly what these two teams should do. They look just like mirror images.
No doubt. Two big boys going at it, making big plays. Who's going to make this play late in the game to take their team over the top? Nice individual effort. Your turn to answer.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He's going for it all. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. Turning it off! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Throwing right. Got his man. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw again. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do. Hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Timeout, Tennessee.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The offense down to the 25 now, first and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the fullback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. The handoff to Johnson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
At the 5-yard line. 4th down coming up.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. Might be changing the route. Smith dropping to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Vaughn. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Touchdown, LSU! They strike first in overtime.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
And remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
It's complete to the left. It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Here's the handoff. Got enough space. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Snap it to the back. Touchdown ball! They
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for 2 and the win right here. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a 2-point conversion. They'll go to the air. Quickly complete. He's in. The 2-point conversion.